Catherine, and I will be talking about the impact sleep has on the developing child's brain. You might have looked at a sleeping child and wondered, why do they need so much sleep? I want to start by first explaining the REM cycle. According to the American Academy of Sleep Sciences, non-rapid eye movement sleep is further divided into 3 stages. The first part of this occurs when your muscles are still active and your eyes retain movement, opening and closing. Next, the sleeping person becomes difficult to awaken. Finally, the environmental stimuli do not impact the sleeper. Dreams are unlikely to occur at this stage. Rapid eye movement sleep, or REM sleep, occurs after this. At this stage, the brain is working overtime and vivid dreams may occur. The eyes are rapidly moving as well, which is where the name comes from. Infants experience REM sleep, but the amount of time they sleep varies greatly compared to that of adults. As adults, we tend to need 7 to 9 hours to be most efficient in our daily lives. However, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, infants 6 months and younger need anywhere from 14 to 17 hours of sleep. It is becoming more and more apparent how essential the sleep is on the developing brain. During fetal development, the fetus begins to half-wake in sleep stages, preparing for life outside the womb. So what is the influence of sleep? Sleep in early life primarily exists to aid brain development. While a human brain continues developing well into a person's 20s, it is important to remember that the vast volume of development actually occurs within the first few years of life. This makes it essential that children and babies are getting enough sleep. It also enhances learning and memory, helps the brain eliminate cellular debris and neurotoxins, regulates emotions, appetite, and strengthens immune function. But what does it mean when they are having sleep disturbances? Sleep disturbances in children can range from the minimally serious to the life-threatening. Parasomnia is categorized as teeth grinding, nightmares, sleepwalking, and restless leg syndrome. While these are not necessarily life-threatening, they do impact quality of sleep and have lasting effects. Another sleep disturbance that occurs in children is nocturnal seizures. These can be hard to diagnose because they may look like typical sleep movements. The seizures create other sleep issues because of the massive disturbance that they cause. Next, we have insomnia, which is the inability to get enough sleep. And we also have hypersomnia, where the child is getting far too much sleep or experiencing narcoleptic tendencies. The unfortunate thing is that sleep issues in early childhood could be a precursor for sleep issues later on in life. For example, the likelihood that a child with parasomniac tendencies will grow into an adult with insomniac tendencies is pretty high. People with sleep disturbances are also more likely to experience chronic pain, diabetes, high blood pressure, and obesity. There is also a negative impact on mental health, whereas those that experience sleep disturbances in early childhood may experience depression and anxiety. It is thought that this might be an influence that sleep has on the ability to regulate emotions and the limbic system. There are several ways to diagnose these disturbances. One way is through a sleep study performed by a child sleep specialist. Oftentimes, a questionnaire at a pediatrics office will benefit as well when given to parents. Another way to diagnose sleep disturbances is by using Anders scoring rules. Through the use of EEG, doctors look at a scale to determine whether the sleep is disturbed or not. It takes the caregiver noticing changes in the child to take them in to the doctor and begin the process to figure out where the sleep disturbance is happening and what it can be classified as. The actual size of the brain is affected as well. There are direct links to brain size and minimal sleep. The worse the sleep, the less gray matter can be found in the brain. Another example of anatomy affected by sleep is cortical development. The cerebral cortex is vital to sensory and motor skills, which leads us to motor development. Typical motor development in children is observed through a variety of simple tests and checklists provided by the child's pediatrician. However, this is likely to be impacted by poor sleep and sleep disturbances. Memory and learning are essential